Maya was not trying to be irresponsible. She was just tired. It was 7:30 on a Tuesday night. She had worked all day, sat in traffic, answered messages, dealt with people, and finally got home with no energy left. There was food in the kitchen. Rice, eggs, vegetables, chicken in the freezer. Nothing fancy, but enough to make dinner. But cooking felt like climbing a mountain, so she opened a delivery app. The meal she wanted was $15 at the restaurant. On the app, it was $18. Then came the delivery fee, then the service fee, then taxes, then a small order fee, then the tip. By the time she checked out, the $15 meal had become $39. Maya noticed it for 2 seconds. Then she clicked order. Because in that moment, she was not buying food. She was buying the right to not move. And that is how the convenience premium works. It does not attack you when you are strong. It waits until you are tired. My name is Edwin, and welcome to the Wealth Shift. Today I want to show you how the convenience premium quietly drains your paycheck, why paying extra for easy choices can feel normal, and how to stop paying double just to avoid small discomfort. Because this is not really about laziness. It is about exhaustion. It is about friction. It is about a modern economy designed to turn every small inconvenience into a paid service. Food delivery, grocery delivery, same-day shipping, pre-cut vegetables, ready-made meals, subscription shortcuts, ride-share for short distances, paying for assembly, paying for faster checkout, paying extra so life feels slightly easier for the next 15 minutes. None of these choices look dangerous alone. That is why they work. One delivery order will not ruin you. One convenience fee will not destroy your finances. One premium shortcut will not make you broke. But repeated convenience becomes a lifestyle. And once convenience becomes your default, your paycheck starts leaking in places you no longer question. The first trap is that convenience hides the real price. A meal does not feel expensive when the app breaks the cost into pieces. The food is one number. The delivery fee is another. The service fee is another. The tip is another. The tax is another. The markup is hidden completely. So your brain never sees one clean decision. It sees a checkout screen full of little pieces. And little pieces feel harmless. But your bank account does not experience those fees separately. It experiences the total. If the food would cost $15 in person and you pay $39 through an app, you did not just buy dinner. You paid $24 to avoid leaving the house. That is the convenience premium. And sometimes that may be worth it. If you are sick, overwhelmed, working late, or dealing with a real emergency, paying for convenience can make sense. The problem is when emergency convenience becomes normal convenience. When "I cannot today" turns into "I never do anymore." When pickup becomes annoying. When cooking becomes rare. When going to the store feels unreasonable. When a basic task starts feeling like a burden because an app has trained you to avoid it. That is when convenience stops being help and becomes a tax. The second trap is that convenience spending feels small because it saves effort immediately. Your brain feels the effort right now. You can imagine getting up, driving, parking, walking, cooking, cleaning, waiting, carrying groceries, comparing prices, assembling the shelf, doing the task. That effort feels real, but the money feels abstract. It is just numbers on a screen. So your brain chooses the thing that removes the immediate discomfort, even if the math is bad. This is why convenience companies are powerful. They are not just selling speed, they are selling relief. They are selling the feeling of, "I do not have to deal with this." And when you are tired, that feeling can be worth a lot. But here's the question. How much are you paying for that feeling every month? Let's make the math simple. Imagine someone orders delivery twice a week. Each time, the app version costs $18 more than picking it up or making something simple at home. That is $36 a week, about $144 a month. Over a year, that is $1,728. Now add grocery delivery twice a month, with markups, fees, and tips. Maybe another $80 a month. Now add same-day shipping, premium subscriptions, pre-cut food, convenient snacks, and small paid shortcuts. Maybe another $150 a month. Suddenly, this person is paying around $374 a month for convenience. That is $4,488 a year. Not for rent, not for debt payoff, not for investing, not for an emergency fund, just to make small parts of life easier. Now imagine what that money could do. It could build a starter emergency fund. It could pay down credit card debt. It could cover car repairs without panic. It could fund a Roth IRA. It could give someone breathing room. But instead, it disappears into fees, markups, and subscriptions that felt too small to question. That is the danger. The convenience premium does not feel like one big financial mistake. It feels like normal life. The third trap is that convenience raises your baseline. The first time you order delivery, it feels like a treat. The 10th time, it feels normal. The 50th time, cooking feels like punishment. The first time groceries arrive at your door, it feels amazing. After a while, walking through the store feels like a waste of time. The first time you pay for pre-cut fruit, it feels helpful. After a while, cutting fruit feels like too much work. This is how the trap grows. Convenience does not just save effort. It slowly lowers your tolerance for effort. And once your tolerance for effort drops, companies can charge you more to avoid things you used to do for free. That is the business model. Make the normal option feel inconvenient, then sell you the easy option at a premium. And the more often you choose easy, the harder normal starts to feel. This does not mean you should make your life miserable. It does not mean you should never order food, never use delivery, never pay for help, and never value your time. That kind of extreme advice does not last. The goal is not to eliminate convenience. The goal is to stop letting convenience become automatic. Because some convenience is smart. Paying for help can be wise when it saves real time, protects your health, supports your income, or removes a genuine burden. But convenience is dangerous when it only saves you from mild effort and creates real financial pressure later. So here is how to take control. First, calculate your convenience premium. For 1 month, look at your spending and mark every purchase where you paid extra for ease. Delivery fees, service fees, tips, food markups, grocery delivery, premium shipping, pre-made meals, subscription shortcuts, ride-share trips you could have avoided, small paid services that replaced simple tasks. Add them up. Do not judge yourself, just find the number. Most people do not change because they feel guilty. They change because they finally see the pattern clearly. Second, create a convenience budget. This is important. Do not say, "I will never order delivery again." That usually fails. Instead, decide ahead of time how much convenience you are willing to buy. Maybe it is 1 delivery order per week. Maybe it is a monthly convenience budget of $100. Maybe it is grocery delivery only during very busy weeks. The number is not the point. The boundary is the point. Convenience should be a choice, not a reflex. Third, add friction back into the apps that drain you. Remove saved cards. Delete delivery apps from your home screen. Turn off promotional notifications. Make yourself open a browser instead of tapping one button. Use pickup instead of delivery when possible. Keep simple meals ready at home. Convenience companies spend millions removing friction from spending. You need to add just enough friction to make yourself think. Fourth, build a low-effort backup plan. Most convenient spending happens when people are tired and unprepared. So prepare for your tired self. Keep 3 easy meals you can make in 10 minutes. Keep frozen food that is cheaper than delivery. Keep snacks at home. Plan 1 simple grocery trip. Keep a list of meals that require almost no thinking. You do not beat convenience with motivation. You beat it with a system that is easier than spending. Fifth, reframe inconvenience as paid work. If picking up your own food saves $18 and takes 20 minutes, that is like paying yourself $18 for a short errand. If cooking a simple meal saves $25, that is money you earned by not outsourcing the task. If buying whole vegetables saves $5, that is a small win. These wins are not glamorous, but wealth is often built from boring wins repeated quietly. Now let's go back to Maya. The next Tuesday she was tired again. The delivery app was still there. The craving was still there. The excuse was still there. But this time, she paused. She looked at the total before checkout. Then she asked one question. Is avoiding this small effort worth $24 tonight? Some nights the honest answer might be yes, but that night it was no. So she made the easiest meal she had. Nothing impressive, nothing worthy of a photo, but she kept the money. And more importantly, she proved something to herself. She was not powerless against the app. She could choose comfort without letting convenience control her. That is the shift. You do not need to become the person who never pays for help. You need to become the person who knows when convenience is serving you and when it is slowly taxing you. Because your future is not usually stolen by one big decision. Sometimes it is slowly rented away through delivery fees, markups, subscriptions, and little payments you barely remember making. So the next time an app offers to make life easier, pause. Look at the total. Count the premium. Ask what the money could do instead. Then decide like someone who is building freedom, not just avoiding effort. Because every dollar you keep is a dollar that can protect you, grow for you, or give you options later. Shift your money, shift your future. If this video helped you see convenient spending differently, subscribe to The Wealth Shift for more simple money lessons that help you build real wealth and avoid everyday financial traps.